Hi all. Today I'm going to deviate again from my usual floral and garden focus and talk about a toddler gift guide. I have a 19-month-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. So today I'm just going to dive into what I picked up for them for Christmas, and hopefully it inspires you if you have a toddler in your life, for some creative ideas to grab them. I do have some gifts that didn't arrive quite yet, but I'm happy to still talk about them. And then I'll link everything below that I picked up for them. But normally every year we do like one big gift and then a flurry of like smaller gifts. But this year our house is incredibly full, and I'm so grateful. And I know we're very lucky to be able to, spoil them. I think with both sets of grandparents, them being their only grandchildren on my husband's side, and then on my side, they're like the second set of children to arrived in our family. So they are just incredibly like lucky, and they always get such a flurry of gifts during the holidays. So this is what I picked up for them. I'll dive into what I picked up for Owen first and Violet. I will say that these will have different age ranges on them, so certainly check that out, to make sure that what you're picking up is age appropriate for your child, safety wise. I think for me, our house, I will say, is chaos. We have our 4-year-old toys everywhere. So they're technically not, 19-month age appropriate, but we're always with her. And I feel confident, that like we don't have to worry about that because somebody's always present with her and watching her, and they're always playing together with each other's toys. What is Owen's is Violet's, and what's Violet's is Owen's. So they definitely have to share quite frequently because they always want to play with what the other one has. And I think that's very common in siblinghood. And I'm sure other parents can relate. But we'll dive into Owen's first. This is what I picked up for him this year. He is very into specifically Scooby-Doo, cars, trains, really anything that moves. But it's really fun to watch his interests develop and change. And this year we're just leaning into what he's interested in. Of course, your child probably has a favorite, TV show or item that they're really into. So just lean into that for sure when you're gift shopping. But we'll go ahead and dive into what I picked up for Owen. You'll kind of see me moving around a lot so I can grab the gifts. But this one is the first one that I grabbed. This is a spray and shine car wash. I think we just really love, like, he loves like water play. So I think this will be really fun. I just love, love, love Melissa and Doug. I highly recommend, check out their website. They have such great, like, creative gifts for kids, but also you can shop by age range on their website too, which is really helpful. But I'm really excited for this one. I know he's going to love it. So that's the first one for Owen. Next one, again, we are in our car era. So we picked up this truck transport, and I'll kind of bring it in. But it's like, it seems very cool. Like, he can store his Hot Wheels in the truck. He's also was a huge fan of the Cars movie. He still is, but we're not watching it as frequently. So any truck he sees, he just calls it Mac, but he'll be really excited for this one. I think that's going to be a fun one for him. Next, we picked up a wooden train set. We constantly go to the local library in our town, and they have like a train area to play for the kids, but he hasn't had his own, so I think he'll be really excited about this. I don't have a train table necessarily, but we have, we keep all of our toys in like a large bin, and we kind of rotate them. So we'll certainly rotate this. But Tinyland is also another great brand that I like to shop at for the kids. I think they do a great job with really more like Montessori inspired toys, a lot of like wooden toys as well. So I'm excited for this one. I know he's going to love it. And I will say most of these gifts, are under $50. I'd say more around the $30 mark or under. So I'll certainly link below what the price is and all of that, but I'll kind of go through all of them. Again, I think we have a truck, a train, and a car. So now we're moving on to a garbage truck. Our son is really into, we have watched Trash Truck. He didn't really get into the show per se, but he just loves all kinds of trucks. So when we were going through, I think we got an Amazon catalog, and he was like, I want that, and kind of like was really focused on like trucks and cars. So we wanted to get a good variety of them for him this year. So this one's really, really cute. It looks like it comes with like the different bins. And then it'll seems like this might like lift up and open as well, because he loves things that open right now that he can like put more cars inside of and kind of drive around. So that one's really cute. And then let's see what else is over here. Again, keeping with the car theme, it's always nice to do a Hot Wheels refresh. Last year we gifted him a really cool garage to store all his cars in, and they slowly kind of scatter throughout our house. So anytime he gets like a new, good variety of cars, he gets really excited. So that was fun. We picked that up. And then him and my daughter have really loved this like grocery store stand at our local library that they play with a lot, where they have a cash register and they're kind of like buying things. So this is something I picked up for them as well to play with. It does come with some like money and coins, so I think that they're going to have a blast with this. They already have like a kitchen set and food and all of that, so they can and they have little shopping cart and grocery basket. So I think this will just, be a really fun, creative play for them. All right. And then next, I picked up a variety of Scooby-Doo. I will say it is so tough to shop for Scooby-Doo because it's not like a current show. It's very fun to watch and nostalgic, but it's not current. So I really struggled to find Scooby-Doo related items, whereas like he used to be into Paw Patrol and Cars, and you can find that literally everywhere. But what we did find was on Amazon, and I'll link it. But we got a water bottle for he's in preschool. So a Scooby-Doo water bottle, that was really cute. And then we also picked up a Scooby-Doo sweatsuit. I'm not going to fully open it, but you get the gist. I think it says something about like snacks, which obviously Scooby loves his snacks. So this is very cute. And then we grabbed a fun little like sticker reward book. We're really still working on potty training. So I think that we can utilize this to, really just try to start to kind of get him a little bit more motivated around that. And then next we picked up this. I love nostalgic toys, something that you had when you were a kid. It's so fun to watch, see them relive that through their eyes. But this I Spy book for Christmas, I think the kids will have a blast with it. They love to do like the search and finds. My grandmother, their great grandmother, just got them a subscription to Highlights. So I think that's a really fun idea too. Like kids love to get mail. And I think that's also a really great gift idea. Next, this also felt really nostalgic, but we picked up some board games. I think Owen's getting to the age where he's starting to be interested in stuff like that. So we got Hungry Hungry Hippos. I think this will be a true hit through the winter months. I also picked up a duck game too. It hasn't come in yet, but I'll link it below. I think that's also age appropriate where Owen's at. And then just, of course, some Hot Wheels, like monster trucks. I think keeping with the car theme, he gets so excited to open a new car. But again, our house is very full, so trying to limit it to an extent, but I think these will be really exciting. And then another item we picked up. So he has really been into like foam swords. These sadly are plastic, so they might go back. I thought they were foam. Unfortunately, they're not. So something to keep in mind. Definitely foam is appropriate for a toddler who likes to run around and pretend to hunt monsters like Scooby-Doo. So those we picked up. And then another thing we picked up is our kids are very into like dancing. So this looked really fun. I grabbed this on Amazon. It's a party light. It's supposed to move to the sound of the music. So I'm hoping that's the case. And I think this will be really fun for like, we do like a Friday night dance party sometimes after a long week. It's just like really cute, or even in the mornings. So this is really fun. So that is most of what I picked up for Owen. I will say again, our house is full. Last year we got him a really cool garage to store his Hot Wheels that I will link below for fun. We have a trampoline that the kids absolutely love. It has a bar for them to hold on to and jump. That lives on our third floor playroom as well. They have a pickler climbing set. He has like a dinosaur tent that he plays in. So certainly for like larger gifts, we bought them a bounce house last year too. that they literally lived in from May through October. So I think that's a great idea. I can link that below. But for larger gifts, again, we're taking it easy this year. Our house is full. So this is really what we focused on for Owen. So next I will dive into what we picked up for my 19-month-old daughter, and we'll kind of get started there. Okay, diving into Violet's toy haul. So again, we kept it pretty light for her this year, all smaller items. They do have like even like drivable cars and things like that, they're very lucky and spoiled. So I, again, keeping with the nostalgia theme that I just talked about during Owen's haul, but a potato head felt so fun. I believe this is more of like a Mrs. Potato Head, but she's very cute. She's got like the side swept bang happening. I think this will be so fun for her, and I'm really excited. It says it comes with 33 different pieces that they can play around with, but this, I think, will be a hit for truly both children. Next, we picked these up. The kids have a very fun like swing set and tree fort outside. We're always outside. We try to get outside in the winter, but of course, if it's absolutely freezing, we kind of stay inside, but anything above freezing, we're outside. So these will be really fun. These are binoculars or kidnoculars. It does say age 3+, and my son will certainly use these as well, but I think this is really fun for them to be in their little like tree fort playing with this. Next, just leaning into Violet's interest. She like really loves like music and dancing and things like that. So we picked up this cute little piano. I loved that it had a microphone in it. I thought that was the cutest thing. And it just looks like it has a really good mix of different, songs that you can kind of play. And then, of course, the piano side. So I think this will be a blast for her. I think she's really going to enjoy this. Next, Violet is obsessed with my desk and my computer and my keyboard and like watching me sometimes on it. So I think, she always wants to sit in my chair and play with the keyboard. So I thought this was really cute. It is Fisher Price, but it is a wooden work from home set, which is really cute. It's got a little cell phone, it's got a mouse, a laptop, a cute little like coffee mug, and then, like a little folder and like things like that. I think this is like even a fake stapler, but so cute. I think she will have a blast with this. I think it's a cute idea, especially for those work from home parents out there where your kid sometimes, catches you working and sees what you're up to and is interested in that. So that was really cute. Violet is in her like baby doll era, and just like she loves like stuffed animals and things like that. So I wanted to get her something, that inspired that side of play. So I did pick her up a baby doll. I love the Gigglescape line at Target. I think it's really cute. And it has a lot of like fun toys that are just better quality, I think, than some of like the plastic stuff out there. But this baby doll was super cute. It honestly looks like her with the dark brown eyes and the dark hair. So I thought that was fitting. It has a binky. She's obsessed with binkies. So I think she'll really enjoy taking care of this baby. Owen also, I know, will play with all of this. He also is obsessed with babies. I truly might go get him his own baby doll ahead of Christmas too. And then this like fold up stroller. Love that it folds up, one, but the kids I know will just run in circles around our first floor with this. But it does have, it's like, I'll bring it in here. I don't want to open it, but it's like a cute like doggy, which she's obsessed with doggies. And then, yeah, I just thought that would be a really fun gift for her. It says ages 2+, but I know she'll do fine with it. Next, I did pick up a busy board for her. So I actually will just open this so you can see. Let's see. Oop. It's super cute. I think this is so nice for on the go in the car. Of course, it has like a ton of activities inside and unfolds, but great for like coordination development. And I just thought it was really cute to occupy her on our longer car rides when we go to visit the grandparents. Next, I did pick up this fun camera. I think it's so cute. It's like a little cat, but you can they can actually take pictures and kind of look at them back. I think you can even upload them to your computer too. So I know she'll have a blast with that. And then I picked up some tub toys. So I love the Mushy brand. I think it's so great, but this is a fun toy that can suction on the back of the tub. And they can kind of pour water into it and like watch it, go through. So I think that's a fun setup. And then this one does say 10 months plus. Next, I picked up some fun, just art refreshes. So we have a couple bags of kinetic sand. Owen, I did buy him too, which I'll link below, like a construction like box set of kinetic sand that has little trucks in it too. And then for her, I love these, again, Melissa and Doug paint with water. Every page has this like paint palette up top, and you literally just need water to like dip it in and paint. It's very mess free compared to, lugging all your paints out, which I do occasionally, but this is more of like a quick activity that we can do with less of a mess. And then I picked her up, again, just a refresh. We got some chalk here. I also picked this up. This is a flashcard, early education device, but I think that it's fun to just really get them engaged with learning new words. I read to her every night, but I think this is also just a fun activity to do together throughout the day to really start to, even with my son too, he has a bit of a speech delay. So stuff like this, I think, is fun for both of them to really kind of like work at and see. Next, I did grab her. I thought this was bigger. He's only 2 feet tall, but I wanted to get her a really, really big one, but we got this guy and he's fine. He came from Target as well. But he's pretty cute. Again, that Gigglescape brand. But he's pretty cute. So I think she'll still be excited. This is basically as tall as her. So she'll still, wake up on Christmas morning and see him under the tree. Lastly, this is going to be hard to show because I don't want to open it, but this is kind of like a flower building set. I love flowers. I'm really trying to, I always have the kids out in the garden with me, but I think this is such a fun toy. And she's actually seen a version of this at the library where you kind of like build the flower stems. So I know that this will be a hit and she'll have a blast with it, but I'll link a photo below as well. So yeah, that is what I picked up for my kids. There are a couple like honorable mentions that they already own, like the Melissa and Doug ice cream set. She has like a vanity from them too that she's like recently like really getting into. We also have like a classic like barn with all the barn animals that the kids play with a lot, but I'll link the honorable mentions below too. But thank you for hanging out, and I hope this inspired you and gave you some ideas for your little ones or your grandchildren or your nieces and nephews. And I think, Christmas is so fun to like watch their reactions and see how they get excited to open presents. I think this year is going to be such a blast with her being older at 19 months, and I'm really looking forward to the holidays. So hope you have a great holiday, and thanks so much.